Hello and welcome to round 9 of UMRL. We are here in Poland on a track called Biowalectwo or something similar. I'm joined by Larry. How are you doing, Larry?
Hello, I'm doing great, and we are closing in on a title fight in these last two rounds of the winter season, and I'm very excited for this track as well. I made the track map today, and it's 6 corners before the first real corner begins, but then it's like long sweepers. I'm watching Magenta right now, who is racing for Williams this time around.
I'm currently looking at Laguno, one of the drivers with a couple of wins this season. F1 fun? No. There isn't really anything. LCRAC with a great lap now. We haven't seen him in a while, since Monza, I think. Cadu second, Guillermo third. And this should be a close quali, I think.
Yeah, it's getting closer and closer. I mean, we saw the amazing qualifying at Monza this season, but also the last one last year was crazy with the many ties, and yeah, we just see that it gets more and more competitive in these 3 minutes before the race.
Laguno and LCRAC are currently fighting for the pole position, the provisional pole, but they're followed close behind by FedEx, so anything can happen at the moment. We're seeing
Yeah,
the top 5 is made mostly out of AMRL drivers, or at least, how can I say it, old AMRL drivers who are banned now. Only Mahonda is banned actually, so makes sense. Laguno with an incredible lap now. Drops 3/10 off of his last one, I think. Not absolutely sure on that one, but we
yeah,
see.
LCRAC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
go
on.
on.
Okay. Uh, so we see quite a lot of drivers from PC, or at least old mobile drivers who went to PC and now are here again, like Bituku and LCRAC. Two very good drivers in the PC leagues. I have
Yeah, it's
experience.
always
It's always nice to see people from different
always
places.
nice to see Bituko back because he is there since the first round and sometimes still takes a sniff at UMRL at Singapore last season and at the first round this season.
Yeah, true. Uh, do you have any predictions for today's race? Who do you think will win?
Well, I'm not sure. Laguna's won all races that he's competed in ever since Monaco. No, since Valencia. And right now he's keeping pole positions, and maybe I should uh, bet on him. LCRAC has also had a nice race. The only one where he took part in this season was he took second. And Krusnit's having his struggles right now. And that's huge for the championship, but also Guillermo is right with him in P9. As LCRAC now beats the time by 100th from Laguno.
Oh, a pretty close quali this one. F1 Fun has certainly improved from the last couple of races, currently third, but you have to see what happens in the race. So LCRAC takes pole position, followed by Laguno and F1 Fun.
Yeah, and it's his first ever pole position for LCRAC, and he's of course replacing Seb today, who's been replaced by Pigeon last time out. So Etruria having the struggles with the second seat, but Guillermo of course has to fight for the title.
So here we are looking currently at the pole sitter LCRAC, followed by Laguno and F1 Fun. A very close quali between LCRAC and Laguno, but it's promising for a race. We're seeing F1 Fan in third position. We haven't seen him this far up and on the grid since a long time. Matt fourth, something not so surprising, but he has to do better today, the Frenchman. I expect a lot at least. Fede fifth, Mahonda sixth, Alonso 33 seventh. Quite a lot of AMRL drivers, or at least ex-AMRL drivers. Crustunet and Guillermo quite far back at 8th and ninth position. This will certainly prove something incredible for the championship battle that is currently cooking up. Followed then a Toaster, Sigma Bob, Season 1 champion Kado, Wilga, Frimpong, Bituku, and that's it. That's the quali.
It's going to be great to see Crustunet and Guillermo this time fight through the pack. We've seen it oftentimes now with Piggy and Kato, and now one of the two future champs is going to have to do the same as our previous champions. And of course, there's many challenges at the top. LCRAC, Laguno, and F1 Fan are going to be hard to pass.
Hello, this is the starting grid. We are looking at LCRAC and Laguno lined up in the first two positions. We're waiting for the starting lights as we head into round 9. Okay, so the red lights are coming on. Lights out and away we go. Seems quite a brutal start. A lot of drivers seem to be stuck on the starting grid. That is not good. Not many pile-ups like we normally see. Mahonda is now off the track. Alonso and Crustunet off the track. That is certainly not good for his championship position. This will round up to be an interesting season. Guillermo now in what I think is 5th, yes. Fighting through the pack, a really good start for him. Chasing now F1 Fan, maybe going on for a move there. Laguno and LCRAC are maybe not going to fight for this. Maybe we will help each other so they can get out of that absolute monstrosity of a pack.
Oh, and off the track goes
drivers.
F1 Fan. I'm not sure what happened there. Laguno went around the outside in the long sweepers. Matt has been stuck on the grid and maybe a lot of cars went into him there. The Crustunet are also fighting his way around the outside. He goes of Fede F1, who's this time in the Maserati one time. But Guillermo diving down the inside of Toaster in these last few corners on lap 1. And he's already up into the podium places.
Yeah, Crustunet seems not to be giving up. Maybe F1 is just giving the position to him now. He's certainly chasing. Matt seems to be lagging an incredible lot. This is certainly not good for him. I don't think that's very good news. He maybe should DNF or something.
Yeah, he's far behind. He's now being lapped. Majumdar also has been off the track at the start right away, and he's now far behind the field. And Wilger's also already retired. Lots of chaos once again. But this time the Etrurias managed to keep it inside the podium places, but Torsel is still trying to distract our championship rival here, and he goes back through into 3rd.
Yeah, LCRAC seems to be just driving while those two are fighting. Absolute destruction behind him. But Laguno is just getting away. He's using the situation perfectly. He is flying off now. His tires are still pretty new, so him pitting won't come anytime soon. So yeah, Matt is tipping an incredible lot. Even if small, he maybe should DNF. Yeah.
Oh, and Toaster just almost got past both Etruria racing cars. Thanks for writing that message. And Laguno, I mean, it's quite ironic, isn't it? Because the one time that he is not in the title fight, pretty much, I mean, theoretically he still could be, but it doesn't look like it. Yeah, he is finally taking wins consistently, and he looks unbeatable whenever he's in the race. And now Toaster 64 is still holding 2nd place ahead of the medium tire. Matt still is not going to DNF. I mean, he's lapped, so it doesn't seem to be that bad. We're going 3 wide corner after corner for 2nd place, which allows Crustunet to come closer and closer to his title rival. And now the rain is appearing in the tightest part of the racetrack, that double right-hander, left-hander, I'm very sorry. And we now pit for wets soon enough.
Yeah, we're seeing mostly inters now, but I think a wet would have been better, but it's up to the drivers now. Oh yeah, a good call from all the people who went on inters. This will certainly serve them perfectly. With
Crusnet's passed both Etruria Racing Team cars, and he's now going for the 2nd position as well, past Toaster. And that is extending the championship lead for him now.
Yeah, Crustunet is really taking advantage of what's happening currently. But Toaster doesn't seem to be giving up. He just wants to fight. He doesn't want to help no one out. He is certainly not. He is not helping anyone. Or
Oh no, who is that off the track? It's Guillermo. Guillermo down to 5th position. Tosa 64 must be so excited right now, but he is, he's withstanding the pressure right now. As F1 fan, the second Aston now joins in on the fights. They know what they're up to. And now Crustunet takes 2nd place again.
yeah, I don't think Matt is listening for some reason. This is not good for him at least. But I guess he's not really stopping anyone or doing anything wrong, so yeah, Laguno is just flying off now. LCRAC and Crustunet currently fighting. Seems Crustunet just gave the position back to LCRAC. Something is happening, for sure.
Yeah. LCRAC is the only one in that pack who's on wet tires. That has helped him out probably. Laguno's also gone for the safer option, but now the Inters are gonna be faster. But I think they're all gonna pit if they're playing it safe.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're gonna stay out. They'll just lose too much time. Now Laguno on soft tires. Now, really the rule for tire changes using 2 compounds or something just doesn't really apply after the rain just came on, so
Yeah.
either way they can use all softs if they want.
And Tosa now has lost the positions to our protagonist in the championship. LCRAC, of course, not so much, but Crustunet and Guillermo are 8 points away from each other and from P1. F1 fans also dropped out of the fight, and now Toaster is sending one into turn 18, that is, and that sends Guillermo onto the grass.
Wait, so if Guillermo is the protagonist, who is the antagonist? Crustunet? Is he the villain of the story?
I would say they're both the protagonists, but it depends. Normally, like, Piggy would be the antagonist, but he's not here. Like, the dominating driver quite quickly gets to become the antagonist in motorsport.
Yeah,
Maybe
I think that's
Laguno.
most likely Laguno. Laguno is maybe the protagonist this season, antagonist, sorry. Yeah, he has taken the fastest lap. He did not take pole though. He might have gotten a Grand Slam again.
Yeah, by the way, I checked out Monaco again, and he did not get passed by Guillermo for an entire lap, so he really did lead every lap, and it was a Grand Slam. I didn't say that in any of the previous races, but he does have a Grand Slam to his name.
Yeah, that's absolutely fantastic if you ask me. LCRAC now with the fastest lap. The Etruria driver certainly is doing something. He's an emergency reserve, I think, but I'm not absolutely sure.
Actually,
he's a PC.
Who's the reserve driver for Etruria Racing Team?
Yeah, I'm not absolutely
it is
sure.
LCRAC.
Oh, it is, yeah, so he's the reserve driver. He is also the JO PC champion of Season 15B. That is not bad to mention.
Why is it called 15B?
So it's
15A.
So it's a bit weird. The rules are, there are 5 races in a season. So one season, UAO season 15 is just 10 races. With JO, it's like split into 2, so it's 15A, 15B. Doesn't really matter whichever you win. It's just you're a champion either way.
I'm a lot more of a fan of calling it Winter 2025 and all that stuff. I mean, right now it might be better to number them 1, 2, 3, but once you get to 15,408, then it gets difficult to remember which is which and when it happened. So, yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, probably.
And Tosa 64 now is coming closer. Sorry, but there's a fight coming up and Cato DNFs.
Yeah, big fight between Guillermo and Toaster. This is certainly looking like my last race ever. Oh, okay, that's quite sad.
Wow, what the hell? And that's the first DNF ever. by Kato, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty sad if you ask me. Farewell, Kado. You are a champion of season 1.
Yeah. And he's been amazing this season again with the podium.
We will miss him, that's for sure, on the grid. Now Guillermo and Toaster are going all out in that fight. Certainly not letting go of that. And Crustunet is little by little catching up to LCRAC. Maybe the tires are certainly getting older with LCRAC, and Crustunet's mediums are just getting into their best performance.
And Guillermo's Guillermo's made a mistake in the last corner, or like got pushed off by Toast, and he's now also behind F1 fan.
Yeah, that is certainly not good for the championship, or at least for him. Maybe this race will seal Crustunet's lead. Maybe he will win the championship with this one.
Yeah, if he finishes ahead, especially by multiple positions, it is going to be a tough task for Guillermo to turn that around, especially if Laguno's the one who takes the big points. And now we start to pit. Yeah. Guillermo's actually the first one.
That is very true, though. LCRAC is on a 3-stop. Wow, that's a whole lot of pit stops. Oh yeah, he went in the third time. Oh, I'm stupid. Yeah.
And Sigma, Bob, and Alonso.
A lot of drivers are struggling with grip now. Yeah, they should be pitting now. Yeah, go on. You were saying something.
Sigma, Bob, and Alonso have also been fighting for ages now, just behind the top pack. But the second Jaguars also having a great day here. Alonso 33 fighting with another driver from AMRL. They are certainly getting through now, despite UMRL being so competitive. They all, of course, are fighting to be here, and Piggy and Kato aren't racing that much anymore.
Laguno with a mistake now. He makes a small mistake. Crustunet catches up a very small bit to him, but it doesn't seem like he's going to catch up anytime soon with the old mediums compared to the new softs. So yeah.
Yeah, we've not seen that much on a strategic level this race so far. It's just softs and mediums. Hards are very unpopular, but maybe something crazy is still going to happen in these last 13 laps. Of course, the rain is also hanging in the sky.
Oh yeah, it is possible to see rain soon. Might be a big problem for some drivers who just pitted. Now it just seems that the commentator curse just gets bigger. I said rain and it became sunny. Interesting. Interesting is that Matt might be penalized much worse if he does not DNF, but he was TPing in the start. That might get him quite a big penalty for the next couple of races, which will not be a good thing for him.
I'm not sure. I mean, he doesn't influence anyone basically, but still, like, it was already dangerous at the start. I'm not sure how much we could have done before that, or in the first lap he dropped back quite quickly, but yeah.
He was not really intervening with anyone's race, so I don't think it's really that big of a deal. But still.
Now, like, I think the order's been re-established. Everyone's pitted 3 times. Toaster is off the podium again, so it's still gonna be hard for him to take his first ever podium here and to be out of AMRL, where it's really close in the championship as well.
Guillermo now is chasing down Crustunet. Crustunet on a new set of mediums, and Guillermo on a how can I say it, a couple of laps old softs. But yeah, he's chasing him little by little, maybe catching up, but it does not seem like it.
Yeah, it's not going to be a level fight. The soft tires, of course, are going to be older, but the mediums are slower in general. Let's see which tires now actually look better. Maybe we're going to see our 2 protagonists face each other in a few laps' time.
Yeah,
and actually, Toaster Toaster is second in AMRL, so he might also be out of the fight. And Fede F1 might be winning that championship just because he's not having that great of a season now in UMRL.
Toaster still hasn't gotten a podium, so I don't think that will happen anytime soon.
I mean, yeah, if he takes a podium, sorry.
Yeah, obviously. Laguno has the fastest lap for now, leading the race by 7 seconds. Every time though, every time he races, he just wins it by an incredible time. Monaco, Valencia. How many seconds was his lead in Valencia actually? I was not
I'm
there.
not sure. It's quite hard to look that up right now. But he took the lead with that incredible move on lap 1 and he never looked back, that's what I know. And now it's 11 seconds of a lead. And that's with the same amount of pit stops. We're into the 2 digits. Unbelievable.
Yeah, LCRAC just pitted for no softs, I think. Yeah, Guillermo has pitted as well. So, is that called an undercut or an overcut? I'm not absolutely sure.
It's called an undercut. The question is on who. Is he actually fighting Crustunet here? Or is the strategy different? Where is LCRAC in all of that? Yeah, it now does get interesting. It's just a few laps to go, only 33, because it's a long track, but an amazing track, I think.
I don't really agree with you on that one, but whatever.
I mean,
I
at least
don't really-
for the wheel-to-wheel racing, like the sweepers are crazy, like because you get the inside line and then the outside line again. But yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, it's not bad for racing, but it's just not my favorite track. Also, while I'm still here, I'm going to tell you, join UEL today. Obviously, I'm going to promote my own league. Why not?
Yeah, it's fine.
But yeah,
When does it start?
I think 3rd of March or something. I'm not absolutely sure. Something like that.
Okay.
But we'll see. Yeah, there aren't actually a lot of drivers who are willing to drive in it, so it's quite sad.
Yeah, even
From
though the
my point
races
of view.
get shorter now.
Yeah, in different car class, but I think it's because people don't genuinely like that car class. Oh, now rain is gonna make this race a bit more spicy than it already was.
That's not good for Guillermo. Guillermo's right now going wheel to wheel with F1 fan, and that straight is not entirely straight, which is why they're having problems. F1 fans absolutely drifting around here. Guillermo taking a more cautious approach, and Toaster passes him. LCRAC's already made it to the pit lane, but it looks like Guillermo will lose a few additional points to Crustunet.
Yeah, I think that just worked in Crustunet's favor. LCRAC was closing in, but he just has one race pit stop. So yeah, much better.
The gaps are now getting huge at the front, apart from Guillermo and Toaster, and maybe F1 fan. Crustunet seems to be quite far ahead now. Once again, it looks like it's going to be a Spanish one too.
Oh yeah, true though. So with this, how many points do you get for first place and from second and fourth?
It's going to be 25 for first, 20 for second, and 14 for fourth.
Okay, so that's 4 points now difference. So from the current 8 points, that will be 12 points coming to the last race if they finish the way they are currently. So I don't know how Guillermo will make up for 12 points, but he'll have to put on an incredible performance. If Laguno doesn't race, obviously, but that's just a different matter.
I think it's still gonna be exciting as we head to Singapore. Anything can happen at Singapore. We've seen that, but yeah, it's gonna be difficult if he's not gonna make it onto the podium in these last 2 laps.
Which Singapore are we going to?
We're going to the normal Singapore, but I actually just saw, of course, LCRAC's teammate is in front of Guillermo, and maybe we're gonna see some team orders here. I'm pretty sure there are gonna be team orders. We're on the last lap.
Maybe LCRAC should give the position back because of the fight for the championship, obviously, but who knows? He might not want.
Yeah, Laguno going through the final corners.
Yeah, comes through the final corner and wins once again. Absolute incredible performance. Crustunet now comes second. No celebrations for him. LCRAC, yes, he does. Oh no, does he slow down? No, he does not. And he comes third. Certainly not very good. LCRAC left the game as it is. And Guillermo is now fourth.
Maybe the gap was just the gap was just too big between the two of them, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. This race certainly was interesting.
Toaster 64, in the end, not quite managing to get into the podium, but he was there on pace with our people who are fighting for the title. I'm not willing to say protagonists again. And of course Laguno and LCRAC, who are rapid as well. He managed to beat F1 Fan though. Once again, it's he is the one that's finishing last in the top. Not that great for him to see. I'm not sure if he's going to continue racing actually in this league. He's also in the PC leagues a lot. And Fede F1 then takes 7th position. That must be his best result in quite a while. He takes 6th position. That's his best result at round 2. Then Alonso 33 makes it a great day for Jaguar in Poland. Majumdar is in P9, also once again having a nice race. Not quite a podium this time around, but Williams scores solid points and maybe move ahead. Yeah, certainly will move ahead again of MP Motorsport in the standings in that fight for P3. Then Sigma Bob is in P10. Quite a spicy lineup this time for MP Motorsport, but they didn't quite get the results that Piggy and Malik might have brought to them quite some time ago. Then Frimpong takes 11th position. We didn't talk about him that much today, but he's not been racing too much either for now, but he takes points for Levioso this time. Bituco in P12, Matt DNFing at the start, and Kato actually being listed behind him there. Of course, because Matt didn't DNF. And yeah, Kato, first DNF ever, maybe his last race ever. Let's see what we're gonna do, what he's gonna do in the future. And then it's Wilger also finishing in P15, DNFing early on. Very, very difficult times for him and for the Scarlet Leviosos in this league. And so this is the order before the final round in the championship standings. Crustunet leads by 14 points, and he has broken the news to me already that he is not going to be racing at the Singapore Grand Prix, which makes this a lot more dramatic. Guillermo needs a podium or P4 and pole position and fastest lap, or P5 and pole position or fastest lap to win the championship. I think this makes the chances for both of them very equal heading into our finale, so don't miss out on watching it. Laguno is in P3, taking 4 wins in a row now. He only didn't race at round 8. Seb then in P4 sadly hasn't raced for 3 rounds, but still does have the best results on average, a worst finish of P4. And then in P5 is the man who took his first ever DNF of his career in the last race of his career for now. He has been very close to the top this season again from time to time, and will of course always be remembered as the first champion of the UMRL. In P6 it is F1 Fan, the Romanian driver, now 1 point behind Kato. P is 7th ahead of Nicholas, the winner of the Spanish Grand Prix, but then it turned into quite a silent season for him. Rolex P9, not racing too much either, but of course now having a podium to his name. And Toaster is now ahead of Malik in 10th with a career best 5th position taken today. And in the team's championship, the fight is also still on. If Aston Martin take maximum points and Etruria score none, because then it would be a tie and then Aston would have more victories. So actually the fight is not that on anymore, and the Etruria racing team will probably be champions. Williams are third with Laguno and also some solid second drivers now, but they are still in reach of MP Motorsport, who are in P4, and then it is another 12 points back to Maserati one time.
As this race comes to an end, Laguno won with quite a big gap, to be honest. LCRAC took a podium, now PC driver before mobile, took third place. Crustunet took second and Guillermo fourth. The championship battle stirs up even more. It's becoming something incredible, in my opinion. We are heading to Singapore next round. I most likely will not commentate, so this might be goodbyes for the season. Thanks for watching, and if Ferrari has something to say, it won't be bad to say it now.
Then I'm also gonna say thanks for watching. Thanks Sudjuche for joining me for this season, and we will see you probably at Barcelona in a few weeks or months. Join our Discord server and you will probably get a seat in the Ultimate Endurance League, which might get some videos. We're gonna do our best. Yeah, see you then at Singapore.